Hi there, I'm with Kurt and Michelle from Differences Not Disabilities. Firstly, congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
Tell me about your business.
Yeah.
So we are Differences Not Disabilities. We left our jobs in a severe learning difficulty school last year to work more directly with parents and families and carers because we felt that there's a massive gap for that. There's lots of things that we can do in school but that doesn't reach outside. So we specialise in challenging behaviour and complex needs.
Yeah, so we've got a personal and a professional background. You know, I'm a SEND teacher and we do have a specialism. What we found is that due to various different reasons, the training that SEND schools get, parents aren't getting. So often we get asked, what is our business model? And actually, you know, what sets us apart really is we do so many different things. So we do support in the home, we do private outreach, we do accredited training, which we're now about to get nationally accredited with the British Institute of Learning Difficulties, which is fantastic. But also, I mean, the main thing is we turn up at markets. So we turn up in the middle of high streets, somewhere near here, somewhere near you, and we talk to people about real lives. We have those real life conversations day in, day out in some of the most deprived areas of the country, really.
Some of our conversations can be as basic as kind of eating or toileting behaviour right up to suicide. So we have lots of people come to us that are suicidal, so we have some of those really, really tough conversations, and also conversations where people are at the point where they've got nothing left in them and talking about their children going to care and stuff like that. So that's where we then can step in and help manage the behaviours at home and, teach them with de-escalation and emotional regulation stuff and how to manage those behaviours.
Yeah, and we give away lots of free advice. At the market, everything is free. You can just come up and ask for help, and lots of people do. And I think over this last year, I think the main thanks we want to get is that so many people, so many hundreds of people have trusted enough to say, actually, I've got this real problem here. Do you know anything about this? And usually we do. And usually we can signpost them, whether it's at NHS or we could just say, have you tried this? And we've had some amazing life-changing successes in certain areas.
Yeah, so we like to we're very proud of the fact that we've created a safe space and we're safe people for people to come and talk to with, no judgment or anything. So, free to come and talk to us about anything.
And lastly, I think people really appreciate that we live it. I think one of the things is lots of people will understand and take things on board, but they really don't want you reading a theory at them. They, it's all well and good to give a perfect scenario, but if actually you've had a really stressful week and you're not your best self, we want those solutions. And I think people have managed to relate to us because we are real and we've seen it and we're acting on, with them rather than just talking at them. And I think that comes across very clearly.
Incredible. So what else sets you apart than other businesses?
So nobody else does the job that we do, which we thought that, but once we tried to get our insurance, when we got out, we'd done our job, that was a tough thing to get our insurance because our job doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah. So
no one is currently helping with behaviours in homes and stuff like that. No one is out there doing that kind of thing and giving that support. No one's standing in the streets to be a point of contact for those people to come and talk to us. And we've created our own training, our own physical interventions, all that kind of stuff as well, to be the best that there is out there. And we've been working with different specialists and people like that too.
Yeah, in our practice, we went through other behavioural systems. I was an instructor for one of them, and what we found is there were deficits, there were issues, there were challenges that weren't being met, and so we've adapted them for that. But also, I think one of the main things that comes up is the level of training doesn't get to parents, and what we're finding is there is a massive gap between those that need care and support and they're just not getting it. And there's so many people in the street who've said, I've asked for support for 4 or 5 years. We've had some people say they've learnt more in 10 minutes with us than they have for the whole of their children's lives.
And lots of the time when people get a diagnosis, they're kind of just given the diagnosis and not told them where to go, or they'll be told the next step, but then once they've done that next step, then there isn't someone else in place for the next bit or the next bit. So families are always fighting for that next thing or where to go and who to find, and they can come to us and we can direct them. If we can't help them in that thing, we can direct them to other places.
And I think if you sort of look at ASD assessments and things like that, they're based on deficits, they're based on what you can't do. Oh, look, you can't change routine, you can't socialise, you can't do all these things. And it's quite depressing when you look at it. It's all the things you you can't do. And our company name, Differences Not Disabilities, is instead of looking at what you can't do, it's taken away from that deficit model and going, look at what we can do, look at, you know, the positives.
Yeah,
in
so
a lot of
we
ways.
celebrate that everyone's different. Whether you've got a diagnosis, not a diagnosis, no matter who you are, we want to celebrate that everyone's different and that nobody should be put in a box, and just, you know, that you should be there. So everyone should be allowed to be different, and we should celebrate that everyone's different.
Yeah, incredible. So what does the future look like for you?
Busy. Very, very busy.
We've been super busy.
There has been an overwhelming demand, but I think what we want to do is standardise our level of care and roll that out to many, many different people. So getting nationally accredited is massive for us. It's huge, but then also what we want to do is provide those training courses for parents that is currently... The training's not out there and it's not very good, and we think that we can provide the best level of training, care and standardisation. So it's that parent training course getting up and running is monumental for us, really.
Yeah.